But all they've won the last three since the bye. They're looking for a fourth here, and they're looking good at the start of the third term. It's Martin slapped it away. Big Lysette found himself under siege, and Dusty gets it deep again. Jack and Tom both there. Amon only had a split second to make up his mind. Just a slight fumble as Broadbent wasn't really expecting what came his way. He saw too as Burne-Jones slaps the kick out to the wing. Takes a bit of a curious bounce.
Hold! Port Adelaide! Free jumper! Free.
Take that dangerous space.
Come out. Still, mate.
Howard, who has to make himself dangerous. It needs to be a beautiful kick. He missed the opportunity, which is a little easier early on. That's a chance. Is it going to hold its line enough? It is. That's exactly what Port needed.
With Sutcliffe and his matchup.
West off and then long into the pocket, but with some purpose because Charlie was there and causing some problems. It's a free kick generated by the sheer presence in the execution.
Yeah, absolutely. Play on.
Skinny
Here
again.
it comes, but stadium. Jonas plays for Howard. Broad thoughts that at the front. Edwards to the square for Lynch, and Broadbent was never going to be able to get close enough for that. So it falls apart a little for Port. He's like more in defence this year, so hasn't got the same sort of numbers. But here's Tom Lynch. Revolt and Lynch. It's a different look up front, and it's a good look if you're a Tiger fan.
Yeah, it was great defence from Broad. He had it sealed, but it's just not a good kick from Tom Jonas coming out of defence. So you want to at least get it wide and allow the forward to try to work into the ball. It forced him to stop. He was out of position, invited the defender in.
39 goals now for Tom Lynch. He averages 2 goals. Middle goes to Amon. Oh, he flew. Went unwhistled. The umpire uncertain. Burne-Jones. Well done by Baker. Got an important hand in, and Burne-Jones was guessing with that handball. Castagna, he is surrounded here by Port players. It might tell in the end. It could well tell from the pocket. Butters tried to sum it up, and he did. Mired this year. 7-11 for the year. So accuracy hasn't always been his thing, but that is the bow and arrow comes out.
Maybe for the bow and arrow to come out. I'm not sure that's the exact time, but he's had some big hits. He's gone back with the flight, and he takes this one here, and he kicked a really important goal. And here it is. The bow and arrow.
Bang. He's had a few low-key ones.
Oblivious to Sydney Stack. He's so dangerous. Gets the handball up for Revolt, and then back to Stack. And the Richmond fans will erupt as Ellis finishes it off.
And that's great to see. This speaks to the Richmond spirit at the moment. It's great work just to have your head in the game. That's a clever kick. Every right to go on and finish this play yourself, but unselfish. Just gives it up, and 150 metres away the defenders celebrate.
So he hasn't been quite as dynamic today as he has the last 3 weeks. Time for Rioli to sum this up. Lynch comes, and Lynch receives. And Richmond up the ante as Lynch misses.
No, in terms of, you'd love one to just put a... We saw it last year. It was Dangerfield was injured in turnovers. It's not pretty. It's not great to watch. It's not great for the players.
He keeps it in. When the expectations rise, he gave it to Stack in the pocket. Graham, what do you got for us, Sydney?
Targets fall to the ball.
Martin places it wide and places it perfectly for Castagna. 10 goals. He's been in red-hot form, and he can add another as he curls it through at the punt road end. Burne-Jones, Castagna, Joel. Fabio Joel plays it off for Alice. Back to the square. Soldo! Just kicked the 1 goal for the year, 2 in his career. Point blank range 3 in a row for the Tigers. They're well on their way.
It's great here. Roo, you've got Chol there. You've got Alice with the snap in.
It's a selfless kick, isn't it?
It is.
Good for players like Soldo and Chol to be getting
Yep.
amongst it too.
Look at Rioli there, arms in the air. Look at Alice. That's the spirit.
Did wonderfully well initially. Oh, the umpire was very kind to him. From the throw, Boak to the left side of Amon. Wasn't going to miss that. That's a couple of lovely goals from Carl Amon.
Foot stays involved, gets the handball received. So twice, senior Richmond players have been tasked with minding him at a 450 stoppage and just haven't got the job done. So despite everything that's going well for Richmond, these are the little opportunities to improve. And
they're on the move through the middle. Grimes kept coming. Had no one to give the next handball to. A bit of an indiscriminate kick, but it can go anywhere. Took an unexpected turn. And Lynch has kicked a ripper. And this is a bit cruel for Cleary.
Oh, it is. The bounce there. Coming straight back towards him. Couldn't take it clean, but fair finish there from Tom Lynch.
Pretty handy.
Had one arm, but with the other. He takes the mark. Gets it deep. Dusty. Nervous, lonely time, and they sweep over the top. Edwards gets the glory this time.
Holds their breath. It's a clever little grab. So you turn, you look up, you see him. Great running power from Edwards off ball. His best game for the year last week, and it was big contested marks, and this week he's taken...
Run being nice and polite at the moment. Houston, not so. Thumped into the ground by Graham, holding the ball.
Might be in a bit of trouble here.
The head just got thumped into the turf.
It was a strong tackle.
It's hard for the umpires to make an instant assessment of...
Yeah.
Move it on.
He's clearly in trouble, though.
He just looked up then, but he's back down again.
Better to be cautious.
Yeah, have to be here now.
Sam Gray. Footy's going in that direction, which is never great. And the Richmond defenders are sort of protesting to some degree. That
the ground, Houston, which...
Butters trying to land his third. Falls well short and wide.
It was great.
Lysette. Nosey was there as well. And Sutcliffe found a way to kick a goal.
Well done. Contest. It's just at times the execution has let them down. There's a great passage of play. Pressure on the far side.
Sutcliffe.
Play on.
Robbie makes his move.
Play
Goes
on.
to Boak.
Not 15.
Butters. Reaction from Prestia. Bit of relief at the back from Cochin. Rosie. That's a throw. So Rosie with a margin at 35. Looking for a couple of goals. Interesting approach.
All clear.
Just to curl it back. Get it past it before so well captured.
That's Dersma's GPS.
Move it on.
Sitting on the southern stand wing.
In the road, the fist is there. He had to jump and take it. Bolton and he'd be taken. Cochin hacks it inside 50, and the man standing his ground is Stack. A contender for the rising star. He's certainly a contender. It's not his best looking kick. Quick. Well, it ends up being a one-on-one. It's a good mismatch in size and shape and everything else. And Lynch fell over.
He did. Dersma didn't want it.
Forget all of that if he goes back and kicks his fourth goal.
Thank you.
And Richmond
15. Play on. You. Thanks, fellas.
plenty on the kick. Lynch. All of the season today. He's looking for number 41. His fourth of the afternoon. Into the post. 3 goals, 4 for Tom Lynch. Right. Back towards goal, and they're on the march. Short with 2. And then just dinks it for Jack. Stack delayed it for maximum effect. Rioli! Rioli! The Richmond show's back in town.
Eggs at first and give him an option for that handball release. Port Adelaide just could not go with him whatsoever. And then it just works out forward. What a goal here by Rioli.
Tom Lynch is looming, isn't he?
Yep.
He's just the last couple of weeks, you really feel
His best. Richmond already clocking up the 100 for the day, just looking to add to it. Not the connection that Jack would have imagined.
Okay, come and Dustin, please.
We're down to a minute. They're back in tackling mode again. Bonner threading it through to Sam Gray. Knows his way around goals. Rockcliffe. In the end, he takes the shot and hits the target for a late one.
Power. Look at the celebration between Rioli and Stack. That's the time.
Dixon's a long, big target. He's snatched it. Is he going to be paid it? No.
Oh.
Front. Oh, Charlie won't be impressed with that.
Did the man in front have it long enough?
It's looking up from the Richmond goal. He puts a tackle on. And the siren sounds. And the warnings keep coming for the rest of the competition.